Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Crash Landing. So, the more that I have been working on trying to get this ore smashing system to work, the more it is getting to be a befuddled mess. So I decided to change out the Steve's Factory Manager in exchange for block placers, which works great except for the fact that then we still have all of the ore dust to deal with here. And occasionally I end up with the ore sands in here, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So I think what I'm going to do instead, we are going to take a look at some of the quests that we have here, which we have one available. I think it was in the salvage operation, yeah. So we needed to get our smeltery stuff. We got that, so we're going to take the bricks here, call that good. But we're going to head into the technological revolution, and we're going to start getting into the basic applied energistics. So this one is, although a true AE system will take quite a few resources to set up, you can get the basic infrastructure set up fairly easily. A decent way to get organized fairly early, and when you do get an AE controller set up, the ME system can easily be placed into an ME drive. Okay, so this needs us to make an ME chest and a 1K storage. Now these are going to be fairly big deals to make, because in order to make all of this applied energistic stuff, if we take a look at this, pretty much all of the applied energistic stuff, if we take a look at our basic controllers, they're going to take PRC LX100 logic expansion cards. Our advanced controllers take LX300s, which are 100 plus some fluxed electrum. You know, these are pretty big, pain in the butt things. So we need to get a whole bunch of stuff done in PneumaticCraft. So I'm going to put this thing on hold for a little bit. We have plenty of iron available here. If I can grab the barrel here that has the iron, which is facing away from me. So we have 28 stacks of iron. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go drop some of this stuff into the furnace. And actually, what we can do, because we'll get plenty more iron in the future, we're going to set this up for automatic production of this stuff. So to do that, all we have to do is bring this up here and set it down in front of the smeltery that we're going to be using. Then all that we have to do is grab an item duct and a pneumatic servo, and we will place these two down here pointing into the controller. We're going to set this thing to redstone ignored and flip it around, and we will see right away tons and tons of iron dust in there. So that will automatically smelt all of that. These guys are set for auto pull, and we're going to go ahead and change these guys out for the casting basins that they're meant to be. So let's see if we can reach this. So we'll grab those, and we'll go grab the casting basins. And yeah, we are out of water again, always with the water. So yeah, the other thing is we are starting to get low on food again. It has been quite a while since I have made any food. But so in here we should have our casting basins. So we need 3 of those. We'll place these guys down here. And then we will go ahead and replace our fluid ducts on top of them. So this will make it to where this thing is casting at a phenomenal rate, and it will very easily be producing all the iron we could possibly want. So the other thing that we need to do then is get our pressure chamber going a little bit better. So I've got a little bit of stuff that I need to do here, but I think one of the biggest ones that we need to do to get this going, and we might have a quest on this, is to get a powered compressor. So yes, we do have it, but we have to make the tools of the trade first. So PneumaticCraft has a lot of useful tools and gadgets. While these quests serve as a rough guide, I recommend checking out the PneumaticCraft wiki and perhaps YouTube spotlights for a better and more thorough understanding of this mod. A lot of PneumaticCraft gadgets require charging with compressed air before they can be used. Do realize the charging station balances air pressure between the item being charged and the rest of the system. If the tool has more bars of pressure than the rest of the air pressure network, it will actually discharge. So we need to make a charging station. Let's see what it takes to make that. So PneumaticCraft, the charging station, we need some red plastic, some fire flowers. So rose red, and grass seeds. So how are we going to get some roses? I don't think that I have gotten any of those yet. So let's see here. I know we haven't gotten any there. I am pretty sure that we have not gotten any of these yet. So I might have to grab a bunch of bone meal and just see if we can get some rose red. We have some dandelion yellow there. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I will grab some bone meal, which we have plenty of, and see if I can find some flowers with it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be back. My God, I was about ready to give up on you. So I finally got a rose. So I've gotten tons of other stuff. I think I've probably gotten everything that is available for Pam's Harvest Craft. And so what I've been doing is just taking all of this stuff and turning it into seeds, because right now we don't need any of this stuff in actual food form. So yeah, we're just changing all of that into seeds, and then we will drop these in here. So we've got a whole bunch of new stuff. Everything, we can pretty easily tell what we've gotten new here. So from the sugarcane seeds on, so we got a peach, which we didn't have before, vanilla, mango, papaya, nutmeg, cinnamon, plum, kiwi, candleberry, which those are kind of pointless, or cranberry, candleberry, bamboo, dragon fruit, pear, cactus, and coconut. So we have gotten tons and tons of things there. Look at all of those tree saplings. So yeah, we also got 2 yellow flowers. But so what we're going to do, we're not going to do it this way. We are going to grab ourselves our pulverizer, because the pulverizer will give us more red dye. And since that was so stinking hard to find, I don't want to waste my dye. So let's go ahead and place this down here. That'll give it power. We'll go ahead and pulverize this. I think this will give us 6. No, 4. But still, I guess that's better than nothing. We'll go ahead and pick that back up, and actually it went into the chest here. But we'll go ahead and drop that back off here, and we have ourselves our dye now. I'm going to drop those dandelions in there as well, just to get them out of my inventory, because, yeah, the inventory management, it's going to be nice when we get the supplied energistic system going. So, grass seeds. We have a few of these. We're going to make all 4 of these into grass, or into red fire flowers, because we can turn these back into dye afterwards. So now all that we have to do is the usual thing of dropping a seed on the ground. Oh God, this needs netherrack. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't throw the whole stack. Okay, so we need to make some netherrack. So to make netherrack, we need lava and redstone, I believe. So we have our setup here for obsidian, which we're still making obsidian. Really? Holy God, how much obsidian do we... Oh, it's just wasting the obsidian. No, you stop that. Let's turn this off. Yeah. Let's say, I can't believe that you're still making obsidian. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pull... Well, no, we have another one of those, don't we? We have a couple more. So we're going to set up another stone barrel here. And I think we're just going to set it up right here underneath everything else. So if we get in here and let's go ahead and fix this where we had to pick up the block. And we'll place down the stone barrel. This will immediately fill with lava. And then we need some redstone. And I think, nope, we don't have any in there. So let's go over here. No, not in there. In here. We'll go ahead and grab a little bit of redstone. And I'm pretty sure this is the recipe for netherrack. There we go. So this is going to be 9 pieces of netherrack. That should be plenty. And I can't believe how fast this thing produces lava also. This is absolutely ridiculous how fast that produces lava. Now for glowstone, endstone, let's do a little of that real quick. So for endstone you need glowstone and lava. So we'll go ahead and make a little of this too while we're at it. Why not? Because I know there's like ender plant needs endstone. So we'll go ahead and get a few of these. I guess we'll just hold the button down. That works. There we go. So we got 24 endstone and 9 netherrack. Now we can go and grow some netherrack. Alright, well, let's get up here. And we don't want to have this same thing happen again, but what we're going to do is right on the edge of this, we're going to dig up a little bit of dust, place down our netherrack, and then grab our seeds. Let's go ahead and cue one out. There we go. And this desperately needs the automation system. And you know what? Since we're getting to that point where we're going to need a lot of seeds, let's go ahead and get that automation system set up. So I have a system using Steve's Factory Managers to make this work. So I'm going to get that set up, I suppose, here behind the smelteries in this area here. So I'm going to clear an area out and get the supplies that I need. I'll have to refresh myself on my own video on how these work. But yeah, I'm going to get that all taken care of, and then I'll be back and we'll go through the method of automating PneumaticCraft plastic seeds. So I've got this thing working now, but there is one little thing that I found this out the last time that I did this as well. But if we look at the seeds here, I have 2 different types of seeds. I have Fireflower seeds, ID 535317, and Fireflower seeds 53531. Now this one is the one that I crafted. This one is the one that I am getting. So what I need to do here is very simple. I need to go in here to the Get Seed one, and I'll go over these in just a little bit, and add a secondary whitelist to this. And to do this, I go .inv, which checks the items in my inventory, and I have the Fireflower seeds here. So I click on that, and then I'm going to right-click on that seed, and I'm going to specify the amount and make sure that it is 1. So that is very important. If you don't specify that amount of 1, then you will end up with an entire stack of seeds being tossed out. So what we've got here is a series of controls that are very simple. So we have first a trigger, and this is right here, create a trigger, and this one is power on. So we're checking the redstone receiver, and I guess we'll go around this real quick. We have a redstone receiver, a block gate facing towards the netherrack, we can see there. We have a block update detector, or block detector here. We have a redstone emitter here, and a dispenser here. Now around the top we have inventory cables. Now this connects everything together, makes it to where we can use it all. And in all actuality, I could put this chest right here. Good idea. I might do that. Okay, so what we have then, we're checking the redstone receiver. And there's only one in here, so that makes it really easy. We check we have an interval of 2 seconds. Now the reason for that is at 1 second it will just keep throwing seeds out and they never get a chance to grow. Now the side, we're just saying if any side is activated. So we could actually activate this thing from any side. The other two really don't make any difference. But then we're going to go over here, plant. So we're checking in front of the block gate. So we have the block gate selected. Now this is a condition. So we have the condition and we can see it's the exact same thing here. So we have the block gate. We are checking on its south side because that is, if we look this way, it's south. So that is on its south side. We are checking for the fire flower seeds. No, we are checking for a specific item. We are checking for the fire flower seeds. Now I think we're going to have to update this as well. Let's go .inv here again and put the other fire flower seed in here as well. So this we do not have to specify any amount, but we should see a different damage. Yeah, we've got a damage value of 17 on this one. So it is different. Then we're going to grab a seed from the chest. Now this one is an input, and we grab a seed from the chest. The target side does not matter on that, and we are whitelisting those seeds. Now because we have a specified amount of 1, if it gets the first seed, it will totally ignore the rest of the items in the list. If it doesn't get the first one, it'll try the second one. If it doesn't get that one, it'll just keep going down the list until it can take an item or there's no items to take. Finally, we have the plant seed. Now this one is an output, and we are outputting that to the block gate. Our target, once again, does not matter, but we have to select a target. And then the item, we are blacklisting nothing. So any item can go into this block gate. So that will make sure that there is a seed on the ground. So now we have the plant not grown. Now this is another trigger, and this time around we have it on the block update detector. And so that gives us the update detector. The first one we were on the redstone controlled. So we can also do an interval, which is nothing more than the time. But we want to be able to turn this thing on and off. So that's why we do it this way. So our interval on this is 1 second. You can't go less than 1, which is unfortunate. The side is west. So we are checking the west side in the case of this because, well, that is west. So the west side, we are checking for a block ID of 606 with a metadata between 0 and 12. Because if we take one of these plants, I guess we have one in our inventory, and we toss it onto this netherrack, we will see Fireflower 606. And so then the machine automatically comes to life. Oop, no. That made a slightly different plant. Yeah, see, we have a bit of an issue there. So what is happening there is the machine is not registering the proper metadata on that, and so we are not breaking the plant. But anyway, we are checking if the plant is grown. So the next thing that we do is we check our bone meal, or we get our bone meal. Now this is once again in the chest, and we are going to whitelist bone meal with a specified amount of 1 once again. Very important, specify that amount, because otherwise you're going to end up with stacks and stacks of bone meal in your dispenser. So then we put that into this dispenser with an output. Target does not matter, items, blacklist, nothing. Then we're going to pulse the redstone, and we need some water. So let's get that real quick. So this redstone emitter, we are going to pulse that. So what we're doing, we have the emitter, we're going to say weak power, any side, doesn't really matter. That is unimportant. Our output is what is important, and we are going to toggle the output, and the pulse do not emit a pulse. So that will pulse this redstone, or toggle it back and forth, and the dispenser will kick out bone meal at the plant. So finally we have the last trigger, which is once again on the update detector, and this is saying full grown. So is the plant full grown? We're checking our block detector. Our interval is 1 second. Our update side is west. Our update block. Now this is where our problem is coming in. We are currently looking for an ID of 13. So let's go ahead and break this block out here. We're going to see if we can see when this plant is actually full grown. 12, 13. Okay. So that time it worked. I am not sure why it didn't work the previous time. So let's try this again. So we get a 0, 4, 6. Okay, so we need to get it to 6. So let's go ahead and change this block update now to 6. Actually, yeah, we'll just go 6 to 13, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop these seeds in here. Oh, interesting. All right, well, let's go ahead and turn this on and see what happens. So it broke the plant right away. So what are we getting back? We are getting back the 17s. Okay. Alright, well, there's still an issue here. We are constantly throwing out bone meal. So let's check our other ones. Let's get rid of these unneeded triggers and conditions. So our bone meal. So this is checking, aha. So let's, instead of checking from 0 to 12, we are going to check from 0 to 5. Now that should give us the proper setup. Why are we continuing to throw out seeds? Oh, I know what's going on. That is this one. We need to check this guy, the items here. Let's make sure that we have the right one here. No, we don't. So how are we going to check that? We are getting a few fire flower seeds, but this is not exactly working the way that it is supposed to. So let's see. If we take, we'll just throw some nether rack down here so that we can see what happens here. And let's toss out a seed. Okay, so this is 606, 0. I'm not sure what that is registering as, but when I break it, it is 53531. Well, it looks like I still have a little bit to figure out here. But we are pretty close to getting this system working. Once I get it fully working, I will set up for all of the different types of ground that these plants can be planted on. We have netherrack, endstone, dirt, and water, I believe, are the 4. So we'll need 4 different machines. I'll probably put 2 of them here and 2 of them here, or maybe all 4 of them across here. I haven't decided that yet. We're also going to make these things look nice so that we don't have to worry about looking at an ugly group of blocks. But we are out of time for this episode, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on, or something that you'd like to see me work on, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!